long time since I did a video again. Just been obviously super busy getting ready, well, getting us obviously breeding done and getting ready for the race season and everything. I'm just going to show you our 2021 young birds, because I'm going to have them out for the first time today, so I'm really excited. I'm just going to take the chain off we have here, have this on just because it's got a big overhang on this loft. If the wind gets up, the gentleman that had the loft before us said that it can take the roof off, so we didn't want that to happen. We have painted our loft in a nice Chef Wednesday blue, whether you can tell, and we have done that one there. That's a big loft, but unfortunately that loft hasn't yet got there. We've just started that one, so I'm going to take you in and show you as young birds, and then we can get sorted to let them out, because we've been doing a lot of whistle training with them so that they know what the whistle is and what it's for. So let's go see. Let's go in. There's us cock birds in here. Here, boys. Right, let's go and see these babies. Obviously this is all up for our darkness, because I'm having the young birds on darkness. Got some the shells up there, up on the floor. Here, darling. There we go. So these are our 2021 young birds. So we've been doing a lot of whistle training with them. We have got that little red one down there. He's just been moved over this morning, and this little pied one here, again, just been moved over this morning. This is a daily basis. The fact that they like to sit on my head. I know, I can hear you. I can hear you, darling. Yeah, my darlings. So this little pied one here is out of one of the blank heart pigeons that we got from the auction. One of the first ever lots of pigeons that we actually bought. Go on, back in here, Free. Good darling. Right, this little one here is off our bush art pair. So, that one there, that's Skitty, is off a cock bird that we got from Mark Cordwell. So he's a Van Reet. And we've got that little one there. That one's off again. That's a Van Reet. That's off one of the birds that we got from Mark Cordwell. It's actually grandparent is Oliver. So we're going to get this door opened up. We was hoping to, obviously, before we put any birds in here, get this room painted, because obviously it was very dark. It was that colour actually. And we only managed to get partial of it done. It could have done with a couple more coats, but we didn't want to wait too long, because these babies needed moving over and everything, and we just ran out of time with things about to get done. So I'm gonna go back outside and we'll get these babies out. Right. We'll open the door and just see what happens, and then hopefully we'll be able to train them back, whistle them back in. Just take that off there. That I made actually with the nest fronts, just tied a few together, is what I put on top of the aviary here, so that we can put all the babies into it to trap them back down through there. I don't generally get long after I've come on babies, after I've put them all in there. I get a matter of seconds before they actually start jumping back down. Come on, come on. I don't think they realise that it's open. Come on then, babies. You just see a few of them, just see them all in there. There they are. Come on, babies. Got 3 trying to fit on 1 box. I mean, plenty of boxes in there. Right. Right, so I'm going to go and try and see if I can encourage them into the aviary. And then might actually be able to see some of them coming out. So we'll see. Just to say that, they've now started coming into the aviary. There they are. Look, that's it, babies. Come on then. I'll go this way. So this is the first time opening the door for these, so hopefully they're going to have a little wander out. They might not come out at all. Might just sit on the edge of the aviary and having a look round, but it's all worth a look. And don't worry about the time on that clock, it doesn't work. It's just there for aesthetic. So that's his other big loft there. We've got the race hens in that section, stock hens in that one, stock cocks in that one. But those 2 lots of hens and cocks there are actually paired to the race birds. So the stock cocks that are in that one are actually paired to the race hens in that section. And the stock cocks that are in that section are actually paired to the race cocks in that section. Oh, we've got some birds coming out. Hey up, babies. I'm going to wander on top of the aviary. So there's those 2 that are, there's a 3rd one as well, that one's just on the edge of the aviary there, on the edge of the door there. They're all slightly, about 4 or 5 days older than the others, so they're a little bit more confident than the rest of them. This one here is a young bird out of one of the birds that Neil Gibson gifted to us last year as a young bird. Obviously we've called her Emmy. That one that's on the front of the aviary here. So now I've got 3 out. Yay, come on babies. Those 3 up there. I'd prefer it if they'd have came out onto the floor or something like that, but they decided to sit on top of the other aviary. Good babies. We had a big job on us before we could put any birds into this young bird section here, because we had a terrible leak in the roof, and no matter what we did with it, it just wouldn't work. So we ended up having to replace the whole roof on this side, all the new plastics and everything like that, because it was leaking terribly into there, and obviously can't put them in there with damp and everything. So that got all new roof on it and the new paint. And then on that loft over there, we are just putting down a new walkway for it. Oh, we've got a little piedy one in there, a little gay pied one. And so that one's out of the out of Mark Corwell's Van Reets that we got when we first started up last season. Its granddad is Oliver. Yay! Good babies! Really trying to find the wings. Come up here a bit. What we do with those young birds, like those 2 that I've just said, and we just moved them over today, they'll only be over for a few hours today, and then they'll go back in with the cockbird later. And basically what we've been doing is, for a couple of days before we fully move them over, is we put them into the young bird section so that they can have a couple of days just having a few hours in there to adjust, to try and see if it just reduces the stress on them more than anything. Not sure if it's right, not sure if it works, but it's just something that we wanted to try and do. Instead of just taking them away, we just thought we'd try and see if we can, you know, lessen the stress on them and just break it down a bit, so that they know that they can come in here for a couple of hours, but then they go back to the cockbird later on. And all these birds have, you know, they've not struggled or anything like that. They've coped pretty well. Oh, I've got. That's it. You're down now. Oh. Cockbirds knocking things over in their section for the sounds of it. That's it. Trying to find the feet. There's a few in there that are still a bit not sure on things. We had, for the first time today, we had 10 up into the aviary, which is the first time we've had that many in there. Oh, yay! That's our little bush art baby. We're actually given that bush art stock pair from a local fancier who was packing him just due to ill health. And the cockbird is top fed. He's won in clubs week after week sort of thing. And the hen, she's the same. She's scored for him many a time in club, scored for him in the fed. So, you know, it was an honour to take on those birds for us. You know, obviously with us being newcomers and everything. We also the other day, socially distanced, went up to see another local fancier, Malcolm, and he's been absolutely fantastic help. Are you up, darling? Are you trying to have a fly? He's been absolutely fantastic help. He actually gifted us loads of nest bowls and a half sack of food. It's the Bayer's Galaxy Spotlight. He gifted us, you know, half a sack of food of that for us to try for our race hens. So obviously that's something that we're moving them on to. Which for the first time this morning, because we've been struggling with getting our old birds to loft fly. They just didn't want to fly at all. And you've been struggling to get those to loft fly. And for the first time this morning, our hens have done an hour. As cockbirds, they did 35 minutes, and as hens did an hour. And it's the first time that we've ever managed to get them to fly for that long, either of them. We think it was more than anything, but we just fed them too much and they were too fat and just couldn't fly. No, we're getting them there, and we're really pleased with that this morning. These birds are really enjoying this. Good babies! Oh, we got 5 of you out. Oh, that's brilliant. For the first time out, I'm really pleased with this. So just give them a bit longer, and then in a bit I'll whistle them in and I'll show you them going back in, hopefully through the trap. Those that aren't out, obviously what I'll do is I'll put them all into the aviary so that they can come down from the aviary. But the others, obviously, hopefully they'll trap down through. I'll shut the aviary door so that then they'll trap down, obviously through the bob wires. They know how to use them. So, like I said, what we have been doing is we've been putting the orange cage here that we've made out of nest fronts. That sits like that on top of the aviary, and then we put all the young birds inside that. Obviously it's then up against the bob wires and the trap. I start whistling and they trap straight down through the bob wires. The mistake we made with that last year was to help the young birds come down, we lifted some of the bob wires just so that they felt more comfortable to come down, and it encouraged them to come down better. Our biggest problem with that is when it actually come to racing, as birds didn't want to trap in with the bob wires down, so we actually had to pin the bob wires out of the way to get the birds in, which you know, that was okay, but then you got birds that were able to then get back out, and we had the issue of then those birds that had just come back from the race were flying back out through the trap because the bob wires are up. So we were determined this time that no, they were going to train with the bob wires down, and they've had no issue with it. We have bought a trap to go on there, but unfortunately it arrived broken, so we are currently trying to sort out getting that repaired. Just go over and see these up here. Hey up, darlings, all up there. What are you doing? Well, we've got 5 of you up there, have we? Look at that. Go babies. Some of these have dropped back down and gone, nope, not enough. That's me done for the day. Good baby. I'm really quite pleased with how they've done in regards to coming out. It's the first time they've come out. I didn't know if they'd just come out and go onto the floor or have a flutter about or what, so but I thought I'd include you all in that. Oh, and we got to 900 subscribers this morning, which is exciting. Thank you for that. And I do hope that you are enjoying our videos, and if there's any videos that you actually think, you know, I want to see what you do with that, or you know, you want to see how we work with trapping or feeding, or you know, just generally flying as birds or anything like that, just let me know. Just drop me a message, leave me a comment or something, just let me know, and I'll quite happily do a video on that. You know, I have no issues. I'll record anything that you want to see, really, with regards to the birds, because if it keeps you interested, it keeps us interested. That little red shed over there, that was, oh look, I've got one. Oh, hey up, darling. The little red shed over there, like I was saying, that was meant to be the loft for my son's birds, but it needs repairs on the roof because it's too damp. The floor's no good in it, so it needs a new floor in there. So his birds are actually currently in with our birds. To his dismay, he's not very happy. He wants his birds on his own little loft. So over the course of the warmer months, we're going to get that loft there all done up for him with a new roof and a new floor, and hopefully then he better get his own birds in it. There you are, darling. Right, so I'm going to give these 5 more minutes or so, and then I'm going to whistle them in, and I'll show you me whistling them in. So they've been out, they're now in eating. I'll take you and show you in just a second once I've done this aviary door up. This has been a nightmare. Let's go in and see them so you can see. So we've been trying to train them to the little box perches for when it comes to racing and trapping them in and everything. So I'll just show you. So here they all are. And the little perches having their breakfast. And obviously then what I'll do is I'll load them all into the basket and then sit them on the floor for an hour or so with the drink on the side, obviously to teach them to use the drinker. And then I'll then load the basket onto the top of the aviary, and then so they'll take the lid off, take the front off, they'll trap down through the bars. So again they know, out the basket, into the loft. We're just trying all sorts of different techniques this year to just try and make sure that they're all getting. We're just trying to make sure we do all the amount of effort in as we did last year, give us a better opportunity. But as you see, they've all cleaned up the food. Obviously that one there, that's the one that I've just moved in here for a couple of hours. That one's not going to eat much at the moment. It picks at it now and again, but not much. And then that one there keeps having a little pick at its food. Come on, you've done eating, you can go back down now. Come on. They can't all get down off these perches, just lift them down so once they've done eating they know. That's it, off the shelf. You need to all get a drink now. This straw will all be coming up. Why is that down there? All this straw will be coming up over the next few days. Just because we put it down for the first initial few days of moving them over. Just so that, maybe just trying to obviously keep them nice and clean while they're on the floor. But now they're getting up onto the shelves, they don't need it down as much. Come here, babies. Hey? Look at that one there, look in the aviary. So, I hope you enjoyed that video, seeing our 2021 young birds. We have a couple more to come over from there, from the stock shed. We have got 10 to come from a local fancier, and we have got 5 coming from Bramley-Moore Lofts. Now if I check out Bramley-Moore Lofts because fantastic place, fantastic people. Obviously Neil Gibson, who gifted us a lot of birds last year, obviously he's now in partnership with Bramley-Moore Lofts, and they've just been very, very helpful. They've just been very helpful, and they've got very good quality birds. They've currently got Discount Racket at their lofts. I'm just trying to think of some of the others that are there. I know they've brought in a lot of stock birds on loan. So come on, I know, hello. Obviously, I'd check out their Facebook page if you wanted to check that out. I'll put a link in at the bottom of the video and comments and stuff, so you can check them out. We try and hand tame, make sure these birds, they're happy to come to us, because obviously with us racing on a clock instead of an ETS system, we have to be able to catch these birds on race day. So we don't want them to be scared of us, so we have to make sure that they are comfortable with us. Don't we, darling? Yes, I know. Go on then. They'll be comfortable with us handling them, so that they know that we're not going to hurt them, and that we can catch them on race day to take their race wing off. There you go, darling. Look at that one. Hello. This is our bush art baby. We've already got one bush art baby we got from last year. That's a hen. We're hoping that one's a cock, but I don't think it's going to be, so we'll see. But hope you join us again for another video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And it's still on you then. There we go. So yeah, we'll see you again soon. And you don't forget to let me know if there's any videos you want me to do, if there's anything that you'd like to see.